A few days after the proposal, Ben decided to take Agnes to visit his parents. "My parents will be very happy to meet the woman I want to marry," Ben said excitedly as he drove. Agnes smiled, pretending to be calm, but inside she was already imagining the luxurious family she was about to marry into. Soon, they arrived at a large mansion. Ben parked the car and held Agnes' hand. "Come, let's go inside." They walked into the living room. Immediately Ben said happily, "Dad. Mom. I'm home." A tall, respected-looking man walked into the room. This was Chief Smith, Ben's father. The moment Agnes saw him, her heart almost stopped. "Chief Smith." At the same time, Chief Smith also froze for a second when he saw Agnes, because Agnes was not just a stranger to him, she was the young woman he secretly spent some weekends with at High Sky Hotel. Agnes is his side chick, Chief Smith is Agnes' sugar daddy. For a brief moment, both of them were completely shocked. But they quickly controlled their expressions because Ben and Mrs. Smith were there. Mrs. Smith smiled warmly. "So this is the woman our son wants to marry," she said happily. "You are welcome, my daughter." Agnes forced a polite smile. "Thank you, Ma." They all sat down together. Mrs. Smith soon brought food and placed it on the dining table. Everyone gathered to eat, but throughout the meal, something strange was happening. While Ben and his mother were talking happily, Agnes and Chief Smith kept exchanging uncomfortable glances. Both of them knew a dangerous secret. After a few minutes, Chief Smith cleared his throat. "Excuse me for a moment," he said as he stood up. He walked quietly into his room. A moment later, Agnes felt her phone vibrate. It was a WhatsApp message. She checked the message under the table. It was from Chief Smith. "Agnes, you cannot marry my son." Her heart started beating fast. Another message came. "If you marry him, what happens to our arrangement?" Agnes quickly typed back, "Please don't expose me. Ben must not find out." She paused for a moment, thinking carefully. Then she added another message, "Nothing will change. I will still see you. Anytime, any day, anywhere and anyhow you want me, please let me marry your son." In the dining room, Ben was still happily talking with his mother. Completely unaware of the dangerous secret being discussed on the phone, Chief Smith read the message silently in his room. A slow smile appeared on his face. Meanwhile at the table, Agnes lifted her head slowly. For the first time since arriving, she realized she had entered a very dangerous game, and if the truth ever came out, it would destroy Ben, his family, and her own future. After the meal, Mrs. Smith called Agnes to sit beside her. She held Agnes' hand warmly and said, "My daughter, I cannot wait to see my grandchildren from you. I have been telling Ben for a long time that I want to carry my grandchild." Agnes laughed lightly and replied without thinking, "But Mama, childbirth scatters a woman's body. I don't think I want anything that will spoil my beautiful shape." Mrs. Smith looked at her in surprise. "Really?" she asked slowly. Agnes suddenly realized what she had just said. She quickly tried to correct herself. "Not really, Mama. I was just joking," she said nervously. Mrs. Smith forced a small smile, but deep inside her heart she felt uncomfortable. A few minutes later, Mrs. Smith called Ben into her room. She quietly closed the door so Agnes would not enter unexpectedly. "Ben, my son," she said seriously, "I don't think that lady is the best woman for you." Ben looked confused. "What do you mean, Mama?" Mrs. Smith sighed. "When I talked to her about having children, she said she doesn't want anything that will scatter her beautiful shape." Ben laughed. "Mama, don't mind Agnes. She was joking. She didn't mean it." Mrs. Smith shook her head slowly. My son, that did not sound like a joke. Please think carefully. I don't feel comfortable about this. But Ben was already blinded by love. No, Mama, he insisted. Agnes is a good girl. While Ben and his mother were inside the room discussing, something else was happening outside. In the garage, Chief Smith and Agnes were sitting inside the car park there. The atmosphere between them was tense and secretive. They leaned close, speaking in low voices. Agnes looked worried and whispered, "Please, Chief. I need you to keep quiet. Ben must never know anything." Chief Smith looked at her carefully. Agnes held his arm and continued, "I promise I will still be there whenever you call. Just please don't expose me." Chief Smith remained silent for a moment. Meanwhile, inside the house, Ben was still defending Agnes to his mother, completely unaware that two dangerous secrets were already surrounding him, and the truth was slowly getting closer to destroying everything.